Mercedes GLC 2023. Mercedes gives up nothing for its new GLC, offering it the best equipment available on the market, as well as the largest battery ever seen on a PHEV model. Nevertheless, the new generation passes on the torch with a certain sobriety. Evidence of good taste? It is currently the brightest star in the Mercedes constellation. With 2.6 copies sold since its release in 2015, the GLC is the best-selling premium SUV in the world. When it comes to launching the second generation, the brand has to hit hard. It doesn't look like it, but this year the GLC consolidates its fundamental strengths: comfort and refinement. Above all, it hides a small mechanical revolution to establish itself as the new technological reference on the market. Mercedes GLC Evolution in continuity. For some, it might be a bit difficult to identify at first glance that we are dealing with a new generation of GLC. Indeed, we are already used to the new front end, inherited from the elegant C-Class. Yet Mercedes has changed absolutely everything on this second generation of GLC. Not a single body panel has been preserved. The body is 6 cm longer, 4.716 meters, and 4 mm lower, 1.64 meters. In fact, it's almost systematic among premiums. The style remains very classic and evolves with subtlety to avoid disappointing customers. Nevertheless, the front face gains in presence and the profile in dynamism. Overall, this GLC becomes more statutory, in accordance with its new services. Mercedes GLC Techno and refined. On board, this new generation of the GLC simply recovers the dashboard of the C-Class on its own. Which is not to displease us. Especially since he takes the opportunity to raise the level with more noble materials and better assembled in the lower part. Clearly, compared to the previous GLC, it's a big improvement, both in terms of presentation, quality, and ergonomics. In the category, difficult to do better. The 12.3-inch digital instrumentation block is standard, supported by a beautiful 11.9-inch central touchscreen operating with the MBUX 2.0 interface. Among the many features, we appreciate the power of the navigation system capable of displaying instructions in augmented reality on real images transmitted by the front cameras. Mercedes also took the opportunity to integrate a rather explicit feature called transparent bonnet, as at Land Rover. Very practical to see where you put the wheels. Rear seat roominess benefits from the lengthening of the body and in particular the wheelbase, plus 15 mm. Just like the loading volume, which increases by 70 liters to reach an above-average volume, 620 liters. At least, on our test model, because the finding will be much less positive for rechargeable hybrids. Mercedes-Benz GLC Hybrid or plug-in hybrid. Mercedes didn't do things mechanically halfway. The new platform inherited from the C-Class is accompanied by a range of engines that are now 100% electrified, starting with a 48-volt light hybridization on the entry-level 220D diesel engine. This is our test model. For this launch, plug-in hybrids are not yet available. They will be launched in June, but we couldn't forget to tell you about them. These adopt a 31.2 kWh battery, which is more powerful than many 100% electric city cars. Mercedes thus announces more than 120 kilometers in zero emission. Never seen. But is it really reasonable? Because the other side of the coin is a weight on the scale increasing by more than 400 kilograms. Be that as it may, what interests us today is above all the 220D, ideal for large riders. In detail, we are dealing with a 4-cylinder 2.0-liter diesel engine producing 197 horsepower and 440 Nm equipped with a 48-volt alternator starter offering a boost of 23 horsepower and 200 Nm. This is mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. A very rational powertrain, which will be appreciated more for its consumption, approved at 5.2 L, 100 km in mixed WLTP, than for its performance, 0 to 100 km per hour in 8s. Concretely, an empty mass of 2,020 kilograms is heavy and it shows. With 5 people on board and the trunk loaded, this will risk becoming limited. On the other hand, with its 62-liter tank, you can count on a range of more than 1,000 kilometers. Mercedes-Benz GLC main asset: comfort. But our GLC stands out above all from its rivals with its road performance. Its strength is to offer optional equipment that is very rare in the segment, such as pneumatic damping, offering the feeling of riding on an air cushion despite the 20-inch rims. It still manages to offer very good behavior, especially in sport mode, helped by the other particularly interesting novelty of this new generation: the 4-wheel steering system. No compromise, with a maximum steering angle of 4.5 degrees at the rear. The GLC proves to be as stable on the roads as it is agile in town. Steering diameter of 10.9 meters or -80 centimeters. A very significant piece of equipment, especially for a vehicle capable of going off the beaten track without fear. Indeed, with its permanent 4-wheel drive and its pneumatic damping allowing the body to be raised by 15 mm with a single click, it would take a real adventurer to follow it.